Hi guys, hope things are going well. This is Russell. I wanted to do a quick video about a guy I just came across last week, a guy called Melnick. He runs this site called T3 Live, and he has one of these stock alert services and a couple of courses. So I actually did one of his courses yesterday. I worked my way through it, and I wanted to give a brief overview of it and just kind of give my opinion on it and see if any of you guys have actually taken his course or been part of his live room. So his name's Mark Melnick. He has been a professional day trader since 1999. So he started pretty young and has been trading ever since. He basically wrote this book called Scalping for a Living. I'll try and remember to put a link in the description to that book. He is a short-term trader, a day trader, so he tends to buy these stocks at the open, and within a few minutes or even a minute he'll sell for a profit, hopefully. So he's basically a gap trader. When the stock has moved up dramatically, he will buy and sell before about 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning, and then he'll be done for the day. So it's kind of a cool strategy, and it's one that I've been working on a lot with one of my friends, Malcolm, in our new Discord service. I'll leave a link to that in the description if you guys want to check it out. It's pretty cool. We've got a really good track record with it. Let me just show you really quickly. Let's see. So in here, yeah. So we've been trading tickers at the open using options, calls and puts. These are the last 30 days. This is Malcolm's profit and loss for each trade. And his best one was Apple just recently, 64%. I started trading them. I've only done a few now, but I've had a nice win streak with them as well. So we're actually using some of the techniques described in this course, and it's pretty simple, and you should definitely come and check us out. I'll leave a link in the description if you are interested in doing quick gap trades within the first few minutes of the market open. We have a whole bunch of other stuff, but that's kind of the key thing we're focusing on at the moment. Anyway, back to Mark Melnick. So this is Mark. His whole course is basically a close-up of his face like this. I have to admit, first impressions is not too impressed with this guy's demeanour. He has a little bit of an odd sort of demeanour about him. His eyes are a little bit weird. I know it sounds silly to sort of judge anything based on that, and I'm not. I'm just pointing out, that this guy is not particularly likable right off the bat. So I found the DVD kind of hard to watch just because of his mannerisms and things. So there's very little of anything except this close-up of his face, which was definitely something that put me off this course a little bit, is I want to see a lot more charts, a lot more drawings and screen sharing and things, and a lot of this course is just him talking about his strategy and his preparation work without actually showing very much. So that's not the best, but basically, like I said, he's a gap trader, and if I can find this stuff, he has this Newsbeat Bandits program. So basically he charges I think $200 a month roughly for these basically alerts, but he goes through how he's looking pre-market and what he's trying to find and stuff. This is where this course came out of a couple of years ago. Basically he just put together some notes and talks his way through it. Now the course is pretty good overall. I mean, I got some value from it, but like I said, my main problem was there wasn't as much demonstrations as I hoped, but he has included a couple of booklets with the course where he does go through all his charts, and he does go through some of them in his DVD, but honestly he spends so much time talking about it's like OODA, some acronym he has, OODA. Let's see if I can find it here. I think it's not this one, it's got to be this one. I think, let's see. Yeah, maybe it is this one. Let me have a look. Here we go, the OODA loop. OODA loop. So this is good. It basically goes through, like, it's not just about the trade, it's about the whole thing. So his OODA loop is observe, orientate, decide, and act. So he spends probably 2 hours of the course talking about observing, so looking at the price action, looking for your watch list before the market opens. And then orientating, making sure that you kind of take the right approach to the stock. And he goes on about that a lot. and then decide, is it perfect? So you're gonna, and then act and then execute it. And this is, I mean, this sounds really cool, right? All this stuff, but really it's stuff that, you know, most people it comes naturally to. So you see spot pre-market stock setups, set your conviction level. It's like, yes, it's important, but it does seem to go on and on and on. And I think he addresses this actually in the video at some point. He says, like, you know, the OODA is the reason that most people fail at stock market, you know, things. They just do the act part and they don't do all this this other stuff involved trading. And he has a point. That's true. There is definitely a lot of preparation and things that go into this. He goes through some weird stuff as well, like computer considerations, like keeping your spyware up to check and everything. Like stuff that's pretty straightforward that you really don't need to buy a course or sign up for a service to get. So his examples are pretty cool. So you can see this is his one and done strategy. It's pretty simple. You have a stock gapping up. This is a 1 minute time frame. Stock gapping up at the market. He looks very closely at this first candle and decides whether it's a strong candle or a weak candle. And he goes into that a little bit. I'm not going to share all the details with you. But essentially, he'll set these levels. You can see the stop level. So if the stock breaks down below here, it's where he'll stop out. And then he likes to buy on the next candle, going up through the top of the previous one like this. So pretty simple. And usually it seems like he'll take his profits in that first move on his one and done strategy. So this is part of the course that I really did like. I think it got me paying more attention to candles and the strength. He calls them bars, I call them candles. I think most people I know call them candles, but he will go into the details about looking very carefully at the formation of this first gap candle and then deciding on the price action. So I do like his attention to detail with some of these things. So again, though, this is all pretty straightforward technical analysis that you can learn most other places. So you can see it's gapped up, it's got this candle, he sets a stop level here. It can come all the way down, but it's still in play. But usually he'll take this type of move, you know, within the first minute or two. So it's perfect for people who just want to trade the first few minutes and then you know, go and chill out on the beach or whatever. So he goes through a lot of examples in this chart book. He takes forever to get to them in his DVDs though, so I think this is a pretty valuable addition to the whole thing, this sort of summary of everything. And he also does the gap downs as well, so you can see like this is an example that you would play. He gets in at this level here, and then obviously he looks to play this, you know, this downtrend for a little bit. And he goes into a lot of detail, so it's pretty good. And I mean, there is value in this course. I guess my main criticism again is just the fact that he talks about preparation and things without really, it kind of feels like fluffy, but he does sort of say that might be, you know, you might be doing something wrong if you skip over this stuff and think it's fluffy, which is exactly what I did. So maybe it's just me, but his examples are worth a lot. So here's another one. You can see kind of his thought processes. Just looking through for some more interesting stuff. He has different strategies on different time frames as well. So that was the one and done. But you can see this is still an example of the one and done. So I think that was the same one from earlier. Along here. Let's see. Okay, so this kind of idea. So basically this is another gap where he's using this level here. As long as it stays above this, he's drawn another level in here. And we actually played one in the Discord that was just like this, PLTR, I think, today, where it did exactly this and held this level, and we played it on the move up. So these are strategies that I do use, but it's like he goes into a bit more detail. Probably had a lot more experience than I have with these kind of candlestick analysis, you know, strategies. So yeah, so the course is pretty good. If you're looking to do quick day trades and pay more attention to candlesticks and things, he goes into plenty of details. Let's see, I think that's pretty much about it. Let's just have a look at this one. Yeah, so well, it's good to listen to this course. I wouldn't go out of my way to buy it, I felt it was worth me going through, but I found myself skipping a lot of the videos. So there's all these different parts to the videos. The bonus sections I actually found probably would have been better just working through without the hours of random face. Here he is again. And as I skip through here, you can see this is half an hour long. It's him talking and talking and talking with no real examples until much later on in the course. This is halfway through the course, but it's on and on and on it goes. There we go. So we're finally getting an example of a trade he did on Shop. So yeah, so that's basically my overview of Mark Melnick. My overall impression is he is a good trader, but he's charging $195 a month, which is quite steep. You get quite a lot included though, and you get walked through like every trade that he's going to take at the open, it sounds like, and it looks alright. I'm not going to join a service, but I thought that you guys might be interested in knowing a little bit more about his course. So, quick summary, Mark Melnick, he basically gap trades the open, takes profits very quickly, does it all based on technicals of the candle formations, which is good, except you want to probably combine it with a whole bunch of other things like sweep flows with options and news and all this sort of stuff. So yeah, so that's my quick review on his Newsbeat program and his Bandits DVD T3 Live. So alright, thanks again for listening.